This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Nothing much, man. Just got done reading the chapter of One Piece.
Good chapter?
You know, it's all right. And it might be one of the the best post-arc chapters we've had.
Yeah, it's I didn't expect as much controversy when I first read it, but then I could see people being upset. And so there's some things to talk about.
Upset? What is there to be upset about?
People not acting like you expect them to, or acting a bit out of character, I guess, and certain characters, or seeing certain things and not seeing certain things.
Yeah.
That's all I say for now.
Can you elaborate?
That's all I say for now.
All right.
But real quick, in the One Piece world and in our own world, everyone has dreams. And for some of those dreams, influence matters. I mean, what would Big News Morgans have to do all day if no one checked into his newspapers? And with today's sponsor, Squarespace, you can create a powerful and beautiful online platform to do just that. Connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. Manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights all on one easy-to-use platform. Create a community on your Squarespace website with the fully integrated commenting system that supports threaded comments, replies, and likes. Use their powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts too. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/B.D.A. law to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Did you care about the cover story?
The cover story? Yeah, I like it. I actually really enjoyed this one. This might be my favorite Yamato one because it looks like it might actually lead to something bigger, right? Because we got kidnappers in Wano, man. They're here to kidnap the Japanese citizens.
After everything that's been going on, you would think it'd be just peace for like a year.
Yeah, or at least a month, right? A month, 2 months. God, dude, they're already back to kidnapping.
Here's the thing.
I mean, I don't blame them.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. I get it. I get it. It's kind of like, bro, this is when everybody's kind of discombobulated. This is when you strike. Like,
yeah.
I'm not a criminal just now. I'm not going to not be a criminal just because we just went through like 20 odd years of like turmoil. I'm still a criminal. I was a criminal when it was bad. I'm going to be a criminal when it's good.
Oh, yeah. And then plus, you know, Wano, they've been using slave labor for the past 20 years. So I bet going back to a normal society is probably jarring. So yeah, it makes sense, right? They're like, hey, maybe Orochi had the right idea. I'm gonna bring back slavery.
I'm sure there's some people that they're like, yo, life was actually better because they were benefiting from some of this stuff.
Yeah, there were some samurai who were like a part of Orochi's gang, right? And they were like Wano citizens, and they were like over here torturing their own people. So you know, got some bad apples here. But there is a chance this could be somebody outside of Wano, though. Maybe this is the first sign that pirates are finally coming to Wano now that Kaido's gone.
I like that idea. So now because the turn is gone, they're like, now's the opportunity to strike. Or it could just be Green Bull coming back to get his revenge.
Yeah, now he's running away. Yeah, Green Bull's like, oh God, not Yamato.
Yamato, no, not her.
Please.
Not her.
Wait, so when you look at that silhouette of the person running away, like, what do you see?
Nico Robin? I don't know. I see a woman.
You see a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see a woman.
It feels like a woman.
Dang, a woman kidnapping another woman. Man, these are some dark times we live in, brother.
Dark times indeed.
Dark times. God. You know, like, at least be a guy, you know?
Because I feel like a guy would actually maybe try to fight Yamato.
You think so? Yamato's like 20 feet tall, though.
She is really big.
Yeah.
And big bazonkas.
Oh, yeah, that's like another reason why I like it. And she also has like the, you know, Takeru, her club out, so she's like squeezed up a little bit. Yeah, a lot of reasons to like it.
What do you think about this perspective that Yamato in her pilgrimage, she ends up gaining a bunch of retainers like Oden did?
I like that. Especially since the last cover page story, we saw like a bunch of kids with Yamato. I kind of saw them as her, quote, retainers.
Yeah.
And I feel like this whole cover page story is in a way paralleling Oden's journey. Like Oden met the Scabbards. He then saved Toki from kidnappers, which is what Yamato's doing here.
Yeah.
So I feel like by the end of this, we might even meet like a Yonko here in Wano, whether it's like Blackbeard or Buggy or somebody else. If it really does follow Oden's journey, that could be possible. That could be possible.
So we get Mihawk's first visit to Wano as part of Yamato's pilgrimage?
Mihawk? I mean, Mihawk could come in here and, you know, become the best samurai in town. I mean, who does he got to fight, right?
Hey,
Genjiro?
Kinemon is here.
Kinemon. Hey, Kaido couldn't put Kinemon down. I mean...
Exactly.
So could Mihawk do it? I don't know.
Something to think about. No, but I did enjoy this cover story, though. Like you said, I'm hoping it leads to something bigger, and this was like an indication that it could. We could eventually get there. There's a lot to happen in this chapter, but a thing I want to focus on right now is Zoro.
Zoro.
Yeah.
The most controversial line in the chapter.
Such a small part of the chapter, right? Because we know who the standout individual was. Kizaru. It was just an amazing moment, which we'll talk about. But Zoro, he had one line. Do you have the the other translation pulled up of what it initially said?
Like the bad translation of it?
Yeah, the bad translation of it.
I do not, but I can wing it though.
Do you remember what it said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially.
Wait, no, I have the good translation.
You have it. Okay, perfect.
I have the good translation.
Oh, you have the good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I can wing the bad one if you want.
Yeah, pull up the bad one. I'll get it. Yeah, say the bad one. Wing the bad one. Let me see.
All right. He says, it's pathetic. That bastard. Even though he's an emperor now, he couldn't save an old man from dying. Is pretty much what it says.
Is that what the spoilers said?
It's what one of the first translations of this said, but they did correct it like 30 minutes later.
Okay. So say that one more time.
It's pathetic. That bastard. Even though he's an emperor now, he couldn't save one old man from dying. So it sounded like Zoro was criticizing him.
That's really bad. That's the worst one.
Yeah, it's like the worst timeline of Zoro, but it was a mistranslation. They came out like 30 minutes later. They're like, hey guys, my bad. You know, that was a little bit of nuance here that I missed out on. And yeah. So but those 30 minutes though. Whew.
Yeah, right. It was I'm sure it was on fire.
Yeah.
The other, not the official translation, I guess it's the updated one. It says, it's pathetic. He's an emperor now. An old man dying shouldn't affect him this badly. So now he's still being critical, but it's more so being critical of Luffy's, how despondent he is just because Vegapunk is dead.
Yeah.
Which he's almost putting almost like time. And he's like, you haven't known this old guy that much. Like, and why for you as an emperor, why is that affecting you like this? Which is like, it's almost like how sometimes some people feel once you get a title, like automatically everything changes. But he's still Luffy, he's still human, right? And so he's still gonna have these feelings, but I'm not too mad. I guess we'll talk about that. But then we have the official and what the official said. And the official was not as bad. The official says, this is pathetic. He's one of the 4 emperors now, and he's moping over one geezer dying.
Yeah, it's like the same line, but just different words.
Just different words. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about what Zoro said?
I feel like it makes sense, right? I mean, when you think of a Yonko, you think of like Kaido and Shanks and even Buggy. Like, these are hardened criminals. These guys have been on the force for a while, man. People dying, that's like a dime a dozen. So it makes sense, right? In the world of pirates, people are always going to die. And for Zoro, at least, I feel like the reason why he's being so harsh here is because he wants to party, right? Because they had a party last chapter. They canceled the party to mope. And then by the end of the chapter, they grab Zoro and they're like, hey, you know, Luffy's back to normal. And then in the last panel, you see Zoro like cheering right beside Luffy and smiling again. So I think he's just more upset that he's not able to drink with everybody and that he's just down here steering the ship.
Also, he's already drinking.
Yeah, by himself.
Right. And that could, he could be inebriated a little bit.
Yeah.
And so it comes off a bit more crude than it probably should, but he's right.
He's right.
Like, it sounds harsh. And initially, bro, when I first read it, I was like, what the heck?
Who is this guy?
Like, Zoro, what's going on? But this is kind of his role to kind of hold Luffy accountable. He essentially said the same thing, but in a different way in Punk Hazard, which is like, bro, like, we're about to face the Yonko. Get it together. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And now something that he didn't go on to say is that we're the hunted now, essentially, right? Like, we're one of those people. We're the guys that everybody wants to be.
We're top of the verse.
We're at the top.
You gotta act like it.
You gotta start acting like it, which for Luffy, that's never been him. That's why he has those people around him, people like Zoro, right? People like Nami to kind of hold him accountable. But Zoro ultimately is right. It's worded and it sounds harsh, but we can say that sometimes, more often than not, you need people like this in your life.
100%. And this even reminds me of Fishman Island Zoro too, where Luffy used his Conqueror's Haki, he knocked out 50,000 people, and Zoro said, oh, like, if he wants to stay the captain, he has to do at least this, right?
Yes.
People at the time had a problem with that line, but it's like, no, like, Zoro, he has a certain expectation, right?
Yes.
Like, Zoro he's like a Pokemon that you need a Master Ball to obtain. Like, you have to be a certain level to have a Zoro on your crew, because if you're anything below that,
remember like with Pokemon having a certain number of gym badges, or you can't control the Pokemon, they're not gonna listen to you. And Zoro is kind of like that type. I forgot what anime it was, but it's like an anime where, like, it's almost like the subordinate is always kind of not trying to kill the captain, but almost like looking for opportunities of weakness. But it's just kind of like holding him accountable to a crazy degree. And I think for Zoro, because of how brilliant he is, it kind of pushes Luffy as well. And so
In a
that
good way.
expectation is high in a great way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he has high expectations. He's like, yo, you're Yonko, act like it. And that's why everybody that comes across Zoro, they're like, how is he not the captain? And that's because of how amazing Luffy is. And honestly, I don't think Luffy would be as great or Zoro would be as great they wouldn't be as great without each other. So it's a great balance. It's a great dynamic. I actually don't mind it at all now.
I think it's also a good personality because everybody here is so different. So we need somebody to be like the cold-hearted guy. Yeah. And that's Zoro. Yeah, that's all it is.
But
and plus,
the
like,
thing is,
it wasn't super serious because at the end, like I said, he's
smiling.
drinking with everybody. He's smiling. He's laughing.
And the thing is, cold-hearted is Zoro's front. We know the type of person Zoro is. Yeah. Like, we know who he is. We know his heart. You know, we saw him upon his introduction. Like, he's willing to die for a little girl. You know what I'm saying?
He also cried for Yasui, who we only knew for like 2 days.
Exactly. So this tells me that it's just like, I'm just holding Luffy accountable. Like, Luffy, we just got to be better. And the thing is, it's because, I mean, it's almost like Water 7. Like, if you falter, who do we have to depend on? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. So it's just, you know, I like it. Is Zoro being Zoro? I like it too. I'm here for it. Quickly though.
What's up? Oh God.
Elbaf.
Oh God.
Is it Kid?
Okay, this ain't Kid. All right, that's a good one. That was a good joke. I thought you were gonna come at me with like a serious answer, and then you said Kid. You just D Kid, yeah? He died and he got reborn. His son got Jika now.
Yo, yeah, bro. He's
you're
back,
right.
and he just got packed up by Shanks, and he's in Elbaf, and is like, yeah, come on, come test me now.
Plus minus magnet.
Come test me now. I found a new magnet in Elbaf. Who is this?
Personally, I like the Shiki idea a lot, but I've just been in the Shiki echo chamber. But what were you at with this? I didn't see your reaction, so I'm in the dark.
I think it's obviously that guy who's talking to Scott, Crocus, right?
Yeah. I mean, they have like the same hat, right?
Same thing. Or Oda. Okay.
Wait, did you say Foxy?
Let me say this. Could be Foxy, but Oda's good. All right. There's a reason why One Piece has been going on for this long and still this good. He drew it this way for us to speculate it being that guy who we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
a year-long
levels
history,
of separation. We don't know who that guy that was talking to Crocus is. We assume it's Shiki. Could be Scopper. Could be somebody else. But Oda drew him in the same way, made sure to accentuate the hat. So it's like, he wants us to believe it's Shiki.
He even hid the legs, brother. Like, Shiki, his main distinguishing factor is the legs. Hid the legs.
On purpose. Crazy. So he wants us to believe it's Shiki. It's been 20 odd years. Shiki was supposed to come back after 2 decades. But Shiki comes back, then what?
Yeah.
What does he do? Like, does he automatically become... Okay, we've seen anime and shonen where, like, you have upstarts that are in the running for whatever they're going for, and then you have someone like an older character from the old guard that doesn't know when to give it up. Shiki could be that person, but I don't think it can just be Shiki, because Shiki by himself, I don't think is a threat. Like,
if it's Shiki, he has to be an ally or just a neutral party. He can't be a villain.
As a villain, no. As a villain, even though like Shiki should be on the level of someone like Garp, we just saw what Garp was able to do. The Straw Hats are formidable now, and if you're by yourself, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you that way. But like you say, it could be a neutral party that just causes
by himself,
a bunch of issues.
No crew, no fleet. My God, dude, Shiki's getting stomped.
He could cause some issues in Elbaf, but I don't mind it. I think Shiki's the #1 candidate. I think the second candidate is Scopper.
Yeah. Same.
We've been wondering about Scopper for a long time, saying, okay, where's this guy? He's one of the more prominent Roger pirates. Is he training Kid? What's going on? Him being in Elbaf, I wouldn't mind that, because I think Elbaf is going to be a lot of lore, right? It's going to be more lore than anything, considering Saul is there. And I think post Elbaf, that's when we get into the final stretch to get that last poneglyph. Then we could either go to Laugh Tale or World Government stuff, depending on how the final thing could be. So Scopper makes sense here. As far as that final, I guess, the NPC that you got to talk to.
Yeah.
Before.
It's like required.
Yeah, the required talking to. Like, he could be that for the Straw Hats at the end.
The reason I like Scopper and Shiki too is because they also, with these characters comes God Valley information, because they were both there. So I think we could learn what really happened there. We could learn about Rocksteady Zebek even.
And you get flashback stuff, bro. That could go crazy.
And the thing is, a lot of people want a training arc for the Straw Hats, not just Usopp, but all the Straw Hats. And hey, if we're fighting the Gorosei next in the Holy Knights, I mean, Shiki and Scopper should have good information on them since they were at God Valley, right? The Holy Knights were there. Saint Saturn was there. So maybe they have an idea on how to hurt these guys. You know, maybe they'll turn to us and say, hey, this is what Roxy Zebek did and that hurt Saint Saturn. Or, oh, this is what Roger did and it hurt Garling, right? Like, I think we could get a lot out of them. So that's why I do like those options a lot. And of course, the hat. With Shiki too, one thing that gets a plus for Shiki is that when we saw him talking to Whitebeard in Chapter 0, he was actually in the same stance he is here. Or like, you know, crisscross applesauce, lotus stance, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And he was also drinking some sake, just like the guy in the cover page.
Yep.
So, like, this is Shiki's iconic pose, if anything. I mean, like, the guy always sits like this.
Oda knows what he's doing. So, I think the training stuff makes sense, considering I think the next actual opponent for the Straw Hats, like, legitimately could be Shanks or Blackbeard, right? And so when you think about it, because I mean, I think about like that matchup all the time, and like Shanks has to test Luffy yet. The Straw Hats have to be tested, and like imagine that Shanks gets taken out by Blackbeard. I think at some point the Straw Hats have to prove that they are the best pirate crew, and I think Shanks has to be the one to test that. So I think training would help a lot here, because if Usopp is going up against Yasopp in the next arc, hey, it's
he needs help, dude.
You gotta be prepared, you know. And even Luffy and Shanks, we still feel like as strong as Luffy is, what Shanks did to Kid was on another level. So it's gonna be an essential arc. I'm really excited for Elbaf. I mean, I guess it could be Egghead fatigue. I mean, which is inevitable because we've been in Egghead for what, 2 years? Yeah, real time. Yeah, 2 years or so, which I did enjoy Egghead. I really liked the fact that I held off on even like making an Egghead review or anything, because like even the Kizaru stuff and even the chapter before that, because we thought Egghead was done like 3 chapters ago. Like after they jumped off, it's like our Egghead, and now the Kizaru stuff, the Vegapunk like twist, it's made Egghead so much better, and it was already really good. So, real quick, is Egghead top 10 for you?
Egghead, yeah, 100%.
Top 5?
Definitely top 10. Top 5, it depends. It depends how you do, like, the Marineford Impel Down thing. Are they separate or are they together? If they're separate, then I'd say it's, like, number 6 or 5.
I separate Marineford and Impel Down, but I tend to keep Water 7 and East Lobby together.
Yeah, I think it would be top 5, but it would be, like, near number 5.
Near 5?
Yeah.
Better than Wano?
I have good memories of all that. Number 1?
Better than Wano?
Better than Wano, yeah. I was not personally. I'm just not a big fan of Wano. Has nothing to do with the story or anything. I just don't like the setting in general. I don't like samurai, dude. Is that weird to say as an Asian person?
Yeah, I was about to say because you're Asian.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I feel like I've seen so much samurai stuff like growing up. It's like, I'm not a big fan of samurai.
That's interesting. Yeah,
I like the fights though.
In Wano, or just samurai fights in general?
No, in Wano. The fights were pretty fun.
The rooftop was pretty fun.
Yeah, rooftop was fun. Big Mom was fun.
Big Mom was fun probably 50% of the time.
50%?
Remember, 50%. The other 50% is Frankie running over her.
Okay.
Olin.
When Big Mom gets going, she gets going. I ignore the Olin stuff.
She's like
that never happened. Never happened.
Oh, it never happened? Nothing happened?
Yeah,
there?
it never happened. Yeah.
I got you.
I have amnesia. Osai.
I'm with you.
That's what you got to call me now.
Osai.
I just forgot all that. Amnesia, guys. Sorry.
It's fine. Same. But now Kizaru. But if you want to see that, you got it.
Brago has a video coming out soon about Kizaru, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, he's a cool guy though, right? Kizaru looked pretty damn good.
Nah, Kizaru did look great.
Speaking of Egghead, do you think this is it? Do you think we're going to get any more like Egghead stuff now that we're gone?
Remember what the editor said?
Oh my god, yeah, the editor said that there's one more big twist for Egghead Island.
So something else is left, bro.
Well, I mean, we don't know that though. Like, what if the big twist was just the Kizaru segment or Zoro talking about Luffy moping? What if that was what the editor was talking about? You never know, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I hate the editors. They're like, bro, they come out and they say shit all the time, and like how they gassed Wano while we were in a whole cake, and then made everybody just super excited for Wano, set the expectations mad high, and it's just like certain times they come out and say things just like, stop, just let us experience it. So if you're saying, hey, there's a twist that you don't expect, I'm expecting a big twist.
When did they say that? Was that right before Emmett pulled the knot though? It
can't be that. You think that's the twist?
Brother, you know these guys hype up anything though, right? Like, I mean, it was good, but like, the editor's like, yo, one big shocking twist. That could have been it.
Oh my God. That would be as bad as Oda saying he's going to make Luffy defeat Kaido differently.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, yeah, I don't like big punches, guys. And then it's just one big giant punch.
One big punch.
I mean, hey, technically he threw in gear 5th, right?
Whoa.
Technically.
Yes. I guess. That's cool.
Wait, outside of Shiki and Scopper, though, I mean, we had the same idea for that one, but is there anybody else do you think this could be?
The damned one.
Anybody against the grain?
The damned one.
The damned one. Who the hell is that, kid?
Jika.
Yeah, Jika.
You don't know about that legend?
No. Tell me all about him. Instead of freeing slaves, does he enslave people?
The damned one, Jika. Yeah, bro. So like he comes back after he gets killed, and he's the one. He's like the moon god, the damned one, Jika.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you said, they didn't show the legs, right? But it looks like they're only showing the right arm.
Oh, you're right, kid. He has a right arm, but not a left arm. Maybe you're cooking.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see.
Kid's definitely on Elbaf though, right? He's here somewhere. Do you believe he's still alive?
He has to be.
Yeah. Wait, what am I saying? I remember narrating a video for you talking about Kid.
Yeah.
And how he's still alive. I remember doing
that. He has to be, bro. He has to be. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, he's here.
He's just experiencing what Luffy went through just a little later in his career.
Yeah. Kid could be training up on Elbaf for all we know, right? Because Elbaf has giant animals, animals bigger than Ruskina, where Luffy trained post-time skip. So maybe he's just training. He's
the
having
problem
fun.
is, I don't think Kid will ever be a threat, legitimately. So
not anymore, at least.
So it's like... It's always gonna feel empty because they're like, Kid, like what actually can you do? Because Big News is about to drop the news. He's about to drop the news that you got packed up by Shanks.
That's sad. Dude, people are gonna be laughing at him. Next island comes, like, hey guys, it's the guy who lost the red hair in his weakling alliance.
No, again.
Yeah, again. Yeah. He ran it back and he got one shot again. Dude, Morgan's man, how do you even know this? Like the Law and Blackbeard fight, I get it, right?
Sure.
He's wiretapping. Akainu was talking about it, sure. Egghead Island, sure. Marines were here. But for Kid and Shanks, who told them? Who spilled the beans?
Maybe one of Shanks' bum subordinates.
You think so, like Rockstar?
No. Remember the other bums that Kid was going to pack up? Because they're actually all pretty weak.
Frogtoad.
I can see them actually bragging about it. Like, hey, we just beat the Kid Pirates and da-da-da-da. Then it's like,
we just beat the Kid Pirates.
Yeah, we just beat them.
We did it.
Then they're like, well, actually, it was Shanks. So then Big News, he gets to report it. But even if what was his name? What was the Toad guy name?
Bald Toad Garrotini.
Even if Bald Toad did it, it sounds better if it's Shanks doing it.
Yeah.
Like you're like Bald Toad? He's like, no. Shanks versus Kid.
Yeah. And then you read the article and it talks about the weakling alliance and how they also stopped Kid in his tracks. They just spin the news to make Kid look bad.
Just looks worse and worse, but
yeah. Rest in peace, Kid. Bad PR.
Any final thoughts on who that person could be?
Outside of Jika, which was your answer.
The damned one.
The damned one. I think this could be a brand new person. I don't think it is because we're in the final saga. I feel like Oda already has so many brand new people he has to introduce us to already, but it could be a brand new person.
I thought that until Wano, then Oda introduced like 50 brand new people.
That's true. Holy Knight. You know what? Here's a random shot in the dark. One out of 5 million. I want this to be a Holy Knight, and by the time we get to Elbaf, the trees burn down, all the giants are dead, and this guy's saying, come on then, bring it. Who's next?
Who do you think this Holy Knight is? Shanks?
Yeah. It's the entire Garland family. They want to destroy Shanks' his favorite place, right? Like I heard that bum was hanging out on Elbaf. Looks like we missed him, but we killed all of his buddies.
That if this is someone like Shiki's here, he's been quiet or dormant this entire time because this is Shanks' territory technically.
That's why I think Shiki would be like a neutral party, right? Because he had permission from Shanks and the Giants to be here, unless he fought his way through it.
Or he's just been low key
hiding. Oh yeah, he's small, right? Yeah, compared to the Giants, these Giants are big.
Yeah, so it's just like. Unless you're causing issues, nobody's going to pay attention to you. So.
Yeah. I mean, he has a wheel on his head, though. So I'd kind of take notice of this guy. It was kind of weird.
That is true.
Yeah. If you see okay, imagine this. You're walking in Walmart, right? And then you see a half-naked guy with a wheel for a head. Would you, take note of that?
I'd leave.
You'd run out of there.
I'm leaving Walmart.
Grab your family and go to Costco.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go somewhere else. But I've seen stranger things at Walmart, so.
Yeah, Walmart. You never know what you're gonna see there, man.
You never know what you're gonna see. I mean, that's why I don't know if they still do it in your area. They don't open 24/7 anymore.
Yeah, they close at like 10 or 11 now. It's kind of sad, dude.
Because it used to be so bad overnight. Bro, it used to be crazy overnight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, it used to smell like feet, bro.
People
I mean, it
used to
still
be
does
doing
smell like
whatever.
feet, but
But it smells like not that bad of feet, but it still smells
Yeah.
like feet. It's not like ass
Like,
feet, but it smells like
it's not like barefoot. It's like sandal feet.
right. Not like wet shoe.
Open toed.
Yeah. It's not like closed shoe wet foot.
Yeah, it's open toed wet.
Yeah, that's why you just go to
Yeah.
Target. Just go to Target instead. But
Target's
if
not
Walmart, if you
bad.
want to sponsor,
No, Walmart, they'll never sponsor anybody.
ever, they're like, we
Yeah.
don't need sponsorship. We're Walmart
I think Mr. Beast tried to like reach out like a long time ago, and they said no thanks.
because they don't need Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly.
Beast
Like
needs them.
Walmart's already big. They're fine.
Yeah, you got to go to like Circuit City or something.
So wait, if you had to get sponsored by a single supermarket, you'd pick Target?
No. A supermarket? Is Target considered a supermarket?
I would say so. Like any market.
Like
Like
Whole Foods?
Kroger's. Yeah, you can do Whole Foods, yeah.
Probably
Homeland.
Probably Whole Foods because Whole Foods is
Crest.
it's expensive as hell.
Yeah. They sell flowers up front, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I remember. They got like some nice clean flowers up front. I never buy them, but like it adds to like the ambiance. You walk in, you're like, damn, dude, this is a nice ass place.
They got flowers. They have really good fruit. They have really nice fresh shrimp, crab.
Yeah, their bins are nice too. It
Whole
looks
Foods is
clean.
nice. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Expensive, but a good time.
Oh, it's super. It's like 0.25 times Walmart prices. It's insane.
But for good reason, because Walmart is.
Yeah.
I know people are like, yo, this is riveting supermarket lore. But
No,
guys,
well, here's the thing. People can relate to this, right? Everybody goes to the supermarket, damn it.
this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. So, yeah, Whole Foods over Walmart. We probably, we should do a supermarket tier list one day.
We should have like a vlog where we go around to supermarkets to just film us walking around and shopping.
Testing them out.
Yeah. Like breaking them
See what the
in.
customer service is like.
Oh, yeah. Costco has great customer
So
service.
traveling
You got
around the
Costco.
country, supermarket, like what do we call it? What's the name of this series?
Supermarket hunters or something. A supermarket supervisor.
See who has the best grapes. I'm here.
Yeah, best grapes, compare the prices, compare the size.
Right. Just throw
taste.
something, see how quick they clean it up.
Oh, that would be an insane one. And then we'd have to like tell the manager though, because I'd feel kind of
Yeah,
bad
that
if
might
just
be
spilled some
illegal.
milk.
Yeah.
We have to like be in on
We'd
it.
have to let them know, like, hey, we did that. We will pay for it though.
Yeah, well, we'll pay for it. We're just gonna film a little social experiment.
But I think we might get banned from all of them going
You think
forward.
so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because what if they took like 2 hours to clean it up and somebody
Oh
falls?
yeah. I feel like the managers would tell their employees like behind closed doors, like, hey, you need to clean this up ASAP. We got to beat Walmart. We got to beat all these other supermarkets. We got to look good.
But we can't. But if we tell them, then it loses its like purpose. No.
But yeah, I mean, like you're always gonna have somebody leaking it, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
So there's gonna be some mole in the chain. It's just
So
like
you
One
think-
Piece.
Do you think this is like gonna blow up? You're gonna get millions of like subscribers, and everybody's gonna know like who we are.
We should start a brand new channel just for this. Like have dumb reviews, just like really short reviews, just like me and you
Review
just
pawn
traveling to like
shops?
fast food. Yeah, pawn shops, like grocery stores, drug stores, gas
Dealerships,
stations,
CVS.
dealerships. Yeah, CVS. Like, dude.
How long it takes to get your prescription?
Yeah, we would have a monopoly on this. I think this is a banger idea.
I think
When
so.
One Piece is over, man.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Hey, let's do it. I'm down.
I'm down. People, thank you for tuning in. I hope that was riveting.
Hopefully you enjoyed the Shiki conversation. Who do you guys think the silhouette is?
Let us know. Let us know in the comment section. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out Size channel in the description down below. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out,
Peace
y'all.
out.